Hi, I'm Tim Jones, Head of Creative at Rebellion.
I'm Ryan Baker, and I'm Lead Designer at Rebellion.
We are going to be taking you through the first gameplay reveal of Zombie Army 4. What we're looking at here is actually the very first level in the game. We're following on from the events in Zombie Army Trilogy, where Hitler and his zombie army was defeated. So the zombies we're seeing here are actually just empty husks, not very threatening. Our playable heroes are on clean-up duty here, which generally involves mashing zombies. And there's Carl Fairburn getting out of the truck, and we're about to embark upon a little bit of zombie killing. We're skipping past part of the playable area of the whole level from the game here to jump straight into the action.
So this is our first safe room, and Carl here is picking up a weapon upgrade kit. So these are the items he can use to upgrade any of the weapons he's carrying, and he'll go into any of the workbenches that are located in each of our safe rooms. So here you can see he's picked his G43 and he's attaching the electrified barrel. He's also going to upgrade it to the tier 2 version of that, which will mean when he shoots the zombie, it will stun and burst the head of the one he hits, and then it will send out a couple of arcs to nearby enemies as well to stun them on the floor.
Which is pretty awesome.
It is.
That's one of the big updates for Zombie Army 4 is that we've got like progression and upgrade paths for all the weapons, the characters, the perks and everything, which Zombie Army Trilogy didn't have any of that layer of things. So yeah, there's loads for you to get stuck into and loads of depth to play with. So we're running around here, picking up some of the items. That's an electric attachment for the rifle there. There were some grenades we picked up. You never know quite what you're going to get in those boxes there, so it always plays out slightly differently.
So here we can see that something's gone wrong, and there's a train speeding towards where our heroes are, and we've got the zombies coming back, and they've got glowing eyes again, which means they've got purpose and they're deadly.
Yeah, they're not just husks anymore, they are Nazi zombies again.
So luckily our heroes preparing themselves as if they knew this was going to happen.
Yeah.
Take out all these zombies. And that's one of our traps, so Carl's making use of that, knocking them down, taking out a group of zombies in one go.
We've got a whole bunch of new mechanics and new cool ways for you to take out the zombies in Zombie Army 4. You're seeing quite a few things all happening at once here. There was a rifle assist, which you can achieve after getting a few kills with your rifle. We've got different ones for all the weapons. We've got different grenade types, electric grenades.
We've got incendiary grenades and then just your standard frag grenades as well. All work really well at holding the horde back or decimating big groups of them together.
Boris has just placed a couple of traps here, which is obviously one of the best ways to deal with the ever oncoming horde. You know they're coming towards you, so you might as well put something explosive between them and you.
Stay down.
And you can see Carl performing a takedown. If you've hit a 10 kill combo, you can then perform a takedown on any of our zombie grunts. Doing that will reward you as well with a health boost.
Boris is approaching one of the mounted machine guns here. This is a particularly satisfying way to mash zombies. You can actually upgrade your character skill perks to be able to rip those off of their tripods, so you can actually carry it around.
And Carl here is using his weapon assist for his SMG, which reduces his recoil, increases his accuracy, makes him more effective at taking out the enemies.
We're seeing a little bit of stomping going on here. Zombies tend to keep crawling towards you even when they've lost their legs. Stomping them is a good way to finish them off. Or even if they've already completely dead, you can mash them up, just for satisfaction purposes and to release any pickups that they might be carrying.
And here we have an explosive kill cam, which is triggered when you perform a particularly devastating kill, taking out a large group of zombies.
And I think all we've got here is our signature slow motion bullet cam. There's Carl Fairburn picking off a particularly good shot, and that's a shrapnel kill cam wiping out a bunch of zombies. And that's the classic X-ray, where we're ripping through the putrefied organs of the zombie.
Here you can see Shola using the electric ammo attachment that she picked up earlier on. This will make all of her shots for a short time deal electrical damage, which will stun enemies, knocking them to the ground, and will give her time to get up close and stomp on them.
Or indeed for one of your friends to stomp on the enemies as well. It's very satisfying. There are a few things better than an electrified shotgun in my experience.
And there we've got Boris doing the electric punch, one of our special melee attacks.
Having cleared out the zombies in the area, the demon seal is released, but there's more trouble ahead. We can see in the distance there's a propeller trap, which, when triggered, well, you see what happens.
Here's Carl using his Brainbuster weapon assist, which is for his pistols, where he can paint a number of targets and then get headshots on each of them.
That's one of my favourite moves.
It's great. It's one of those things as well, another one that can be upgraded via perks, so he can improve the how many people he can target and the effectiveness of the assist.
A little bit more ranged shooting coming up here, but there's a different environmental trap. That's the... what would you call that?
That's our electric floor trap. So luckily the Resistance, who have been fighting zombies for some time, have set up traps all over the place. So they're very useful for taking out the hordes and slowing them down.
It's times like this, as you're getting overwhelmed by the horde, that one of the new perks comes in very useful. You can actually, when you're downed, if you manage to kill another zombie with your pistol, then you get a second chance to get right up, if there's none of your friends around to revive you. Oh, bit of a sliding tackle there. An electric sliding tackle. Did Carl just get electrified by going through that trap?
He did get electrified a bit, but he looked cool doing it, so it's fine.
He did. He's a tough guy. The Suiciders. These are particularly menacing enemies. Returning from Zombie Army Trilogy, they will run at you and explode, and they are pretty lethal. But there are some fun ways to weaponize them yourself.
Here's Boris showing one of those, doing the electric punch, sending a Suicider flying back into the horde of zombies.
Epic. So there are moments in the game where you can pick your shots on zombies in the distance, and there are plenty of moments where everything really gets on top of you and the horde gets pretty overwhelming, and you have to use every trick in the book, all the game mechanics, your grenades, your special moves, your sharp shooting, your kill moves, everything available to you to really make the best of the situation. It gets pretty wild at times, I think it's fair to say. Some grenade throwing. You're seeing zombies falling off the scenery all around. They have no sense of personal safety or preservation. They'll just keep coming at you from everywhere.
Carl performing a takedown with his machete. So the different takedowns will vary depending on what you've got equipped. So we've got weapon specific ones, special melee specific ones, so you get a nice variety.
If the suicide is about, that means something is seriously.
Also, you can see a flaming train crashing into the platform here. And here you can see our Heavy Flamer, one of our new enemy characters, someone that's going to be tough for the players to deal with.
So loads more stuff to show you coming up. Look out for Zombie Army 4 Dead War coming early 2020.
And check out www.zombiearmy.com.
1 to 4 player cooperative shooter with some classic cult horror kind of vibes. You can totally play it all on your own as well, as Ryan is going to show here. It's a little bit scarier when you're on your own. The more players you have playing with you, the kind of more crazy it gets. But it's they both have a different flavour. We've got all sorts of cool stuff going on here. We've added loads more depth to the game with weapons and items and upgrade paths. Ryan's in one of our safe rooms here, which sort of come between various sections, and he's accessing the workbench, which is another new feature. Ryan, do you want to tell us what you're doing here?
So right now I'm gone into the workbench to select what weapons I'm going to take with me, because it's inevitably going to go pretty bad once I leave this room, and I'm applying some of the weapon upgrades here. So I'm putting on some electrified barrel, which will charge up. And
I notice you're fond of electricity.
It's pretty good fun. Once we figured out that we wanted to make electricity stun zombies and then burst their heads. We thought we need to get a lot of this in the game.
A lot of
It's
head
pretty
bursting
good.
too. You guys are definitely nailing it.
Well, you know, it's the best way to take down a zombie is to destroy the brain, right?
Yeah, with my shoes though, but my shoes
Yeah,
are so fly.
you can
so
do that too.
Thanks for the other option.
Yeah.
With this level of customization, I mean, there's even perks there. How does that play into the cooperative play?
So there are loads of different perks. There's ones where you can like heal your friends. One of the basic perks we added is really useful in co-op. If your friends, like normally you need them to like help you up if you get downed. We've got like a last chance version where if you're downed and you're on your own, you can use the pistol to take out a zombie, and if you successfully do that before you bleed out, then ping, you're back to life.
I'll take it. I
Yeah.
like that because when you're playing alone, you warned me it was going to get a little scarier.
Exactly.
So talk to me about how I'm going to be able to play with friends. How easy is that? When can they hop in? And what are our missions like?
So, like the last game, like the whole thing is playable cooperatively, and it's fully drop-in, drop-out co-op, so you don't all have to start together. Obviously that helps if you want to be properly coordinated, but yeah, if someone's sort of joining the party later or has to drop out for any reason, you're totally free to do that. And we've got a system where you can actually like jump into the missions at like different points during the missions. Each safe house you get to, you can use that as a start point if you want to, if you're going back to replay and level up and get all your different skills. So
Hey,
there's
life
loads
is
of ways to approach
unpredictable,
it.
so thanks for that.
It seemed like in the trailer you were trying to show they all did very different things to help each other. Is there a way to kind of build your character different than somebody else so that you complement each other?
Yeah, I mean it's totally like we're not restricting the upgrade paths to the different characters themselves. They're different in that they've all got their own narrative, their own like dialogue, but it's totally up to the player how they choose to upgrade their character. And if you want to focus on certain skills over another one, then you can naturally form a kind of a symbiotic relationship with your buddies
Right.
over, you know, getting the best spread of skills.
And they were setting traps. What role does that play in staying alive and making progress?
Well, you know, one of the benefits of slow-moving, ever-advancing zombies is you know that because they're always coming towards you, if you place an explosive trap between them and you, he's pretty much guaranteed to blunder into it. And those are some of the most fun moments in the game. So we got like trip mines, electric wire, trip mines, incendiary mines, all sorts of bits and pieces like that. And we just saw Ryan use one of our mounted turret guns there
Get him
as
right.
well. One of the perks you can unlock for the characters is also the ability to actually rip those off of their mountings and carry them around with you, which is also useful when you're up against the horde.
Now, Ryan, you got a combo going. Tell me a little bit about the benefits of comboing up, and do your trap kills count towards your combo as well?
Yes, all your trap kills will
Nice.
count. Any kills you got will count towards your combos. And here, those just using one of our weapon assists. So I got 10 kills with my shotgun, which meant I was able to activate our focus mode, which in solo it will slow down time and it brings in your accuracy and reduces your recoil, giving you a really good chance to decimate the horde. That was pretty useful then because I was getting a bit surrounded. So
Yeah, I
And
saw
in
you
doing-
comboed your way out of there.
In doing that, he's got over a combo of 10, which also means he's unlocked his takedown move, which he's just executed there, which also gives him a health boost. So you can really chain all these different mechanics together and feel like a total badass.
Yeah, it sounds like for a gamer, a huge quality of life upgrade. You're rewarding me, and you're giving me lots of ways to get back into the action.
Absolutely.
Now, as I progress, what are my options going to be as far as maintaining my gear, as far as building myself up?
Well, we've got like loads and loads of new weapons coming into the game. I mean, you're seeing some of the cool attachments and stuff going on there. And we've got some returning old favorites as well. Fans of the series will know the Preacher shotgun from the Zombie Army Trilogy, which is pretty much the mother of all shotguns. It's making a return. It's been souped up and tweaked in ways that we'll be revealing later, but it's a lot of fun. And one of the other new enemies we've got in the game, the Heavy Flamer, he's like this giant zombie carrying a flamethrower. You saw him in the trailer, and if you manage to take him out, you can actually pick up his flamethrower and use it yourself, which is, toasting a few zombies is it's a good technique for taking them down.
It seems efficient, and then I can potentially take that flamethrower back to my safe house and tweak it a little bit. What is the difference between the weapons I pick up and the weapons I
So
also?
like most weapons you can do that, but like the heavy weapons like the flamethrower and the mounted machine guns, those are more like you pick them up and you use them up until they're done, because they're heavy. You can't go climbing around with them or sprinting very far. It drains your stamina. So they're more like, you know, super weapons. Make the most of them while you've got them.
I like that though, because if you gave me the flamethrower, I would only use the flamethrower. So it's going to be a little more situational. And I see this is with the combos, with the picking up and moving on from weapons, it's pushing you forward a lot. Do you think this is a fast-paced game, despite the slow-moving zombies?
It's certainly frenetic. It can be quite fast-paced. The pace can change because there are moments in the game where you're actually not surrounded so much and the zombies are all in the distance, and you can really focus on using your sniper rifle and like carefully taking your aimed shots. And
That testicle shot, though, Ryan.
did you? I didn't see that.
did
Did
him
you get
dirty.
one?
Got one. It's always a favourite of ours. They're tough to get, but it's good hitting those.
Sliding tackles to take out the enemies.
Nice.
We've got upgrade paths for all the weapons and for the characters as well, perks and skills and things. So there's a lot more depth than we had in before in terms of what you can do in the game. Loads of really cool things like new enhanced kill cams, slow-mo bullet cams, trap cams. There's nothing better than seeing like a group of zombies exploding in extreme slow motion.
Right, I've always said that.
And you know, things like attachments that you can put on the weapon. So you've got like electrified rifles and shotguns and things.
Nice.
It's a lot of fun.
One of the things I've always loved about Zombie Army Trilogy is the co-op play, right? Playing with other people.
Yeah.
Have you made any changes to that?
Well, we've pretty much enhanced every aspect of the game as
Nice.
far as we can. So fans of like Sniper Elite 4 will be familiar with the feel of the ballistics and the gunplay and things. And so there's loads more detail in the gameplay, and the ways you can take out the zombies together are hugely enhanced. One of the interesting new quirks we put in is like, instead of having to wait for your buddies to heal you when you go down, which is obviously an established thing in co-op games, we've got one of the perks. You can actually like revive yourself if you manage to just take out one of the zombies at the last minute while you're
Nice.
downed. It adds an extra little frisson of tension to the game.
And tell us about the state of the world in Dead War. Like, so what are some of the environments we're going to see?
So we are set in and around Italy, Southern Europe. We're venturing in other areas around the Mediterranean. So the footage you're seeing here is from the first level.
Keep up! Hey! Over here! Roger that.
Just die.
Come on, let's go!